Hello, everybody. It's good to be with you. So there's something new come up in the teaching. I've known it was going to. I could feel it for several months. I've talked about it with my students and clients and said, there's something new coming, but I don't know what it is. And I don't know when it's coming or anything like that, but I could just feel something. There was something going on. So there is a new aspect of the teaching now. It's been tested very thoroughly in the field. And as the guy that I had a session with at 1 o'clock Eastern today just got through telling me, he said, you don't learn to play the piano by reading a book on it. You don't learn to play the piano by talking about it. He said, both of those things are helpful, but they're not it. So I want to give you I'm going to give you a taste of what I'm doing right now with folks and see if this moves you. And hopefully it will. I believe that it will. So here we go. So this is not a listen to, so help me God, if you're in the car, just stop, go to another video. This is a do video. To do this in the car would be dangerous. Perhaps to even listen to it in the car would be dangerous. So I really don't drive doing this. And don't just listen idly by. If you want to wake up, get involved. Come on and do this with me. Get involved. All right, now I'm going to time it so we don't stay too long. All right, everybody, I'm going to start with, let's just close our eyes for a moment. And let's just take a deep breath. And let it out slowly. Let's take another deep breath. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out slowly. The third and last. Okay. So remaining with your eyes closed for now. I noticed that mine open and close during the session. There's no rule on how that has worked. I'll give you suggestions. So right now, I want you to find your body. Can you find your body? And many of you, probably most of you, will say yes. But some of you will wonder at that. And some of you will answer no. Some few of you. This is not from the intellect. Just see if you can, through experience, see if you can find the body. And I'm going to tell you what I'm experiencing, and you see how close it is to your experience. So when I go to find my so-called body, then what I find is I find a pressure point. I say it's a pressure point, but is there a point? There's a sense of pressure. There's a sense of pressure on what I would normally call my butt. But I kind of want to leave that in unnamed. I can find a second point, or I can invent one, however that works. And that would be where my so-called heels are as they touch the floor. Actually, my legs are crossed. I have pressure on one heel, what we will call a heel, but we're going to find out if there's a heel there. There's a pressure point. It feels like pressure. There's a sense of pressure. Is it pressure? I found another point at what I would call the lower back. I find two more, one at each elbow as they rest on the chairs of this, on the arms of this chair. Now here's what's funny. Now that I've noticed these four separate points, there's a story that's built up that's it's not the full, but it's beginning construction of a body. And years ago, I used to call that my body. I still can in relative conversation, just because it's kind of awkward not to. But it's not my body. These pressure points are not an outline of your body. They're an outline that you're making with me, that you're then translating as being, yes, that's where my body, my elbows here, my heels there. But is that true? The body is not you. So these pressure points, we can continue to call them pressure point, but what are they pressing against? If they're pressing against a body, it's certainly not yours, is it? Can you actually tell me that you're feeling these different pressure points? Are you feeling these pressure points from different places? Or they are being felt at the same place in your chest or gut, from the same place? And is there a location where you're putting one with your mind? Is there really a location there? Another pressure point is the upper back. And there's a little pressure point in the back of the head. And the hands are crossed. So there's pressure in that area. But when I say in that area, what area is that? The body is not me. I can't say there's pressure in my hands. I can say there feels like there's hands and there feels like there's pressure on them. But really, all that I can feel is pressure. And I'm inventing a story of hands and fingers that are feeling pressure. There's just these pressure points. And are they multiple points, or are they one point that's actually in what you would call your chest or your gut? For me, it's gut. But when I say for me, I don't even know who I'm talking about. Because the body that's apparently being experienced at this moment, if there's a body here, it's not mine. So we're finding lots of stories, but what's the truth? We don't actually know. So now we probably do need to open our eyes and look around. We are the same thing, but what's being seen through that unit is not the same thing that's being seen through this unit, because there's no objective world out there. Everything that we found so far, and let's look at it now. Again, what's this? What is this? We can say there's this, but what is this? What is this? In the absence of language, in the absence of comparison, if you remove the word like this or like that from your vocabulary, without using comparison, where are you? Everything exists only because it's relative to everything else. So where's the starting point? There's no starting point. Where's the end point? There's no end point. There's a sense of separation because there's a sense of body. And there's a sense that this is my body, whatever that is that's talking. But the body is not me. We have seen this over and over again. The body is not me. So what's left? The body is wholly subjective. The body is where you say it is, and it's not where you don't say that. And seeing it is saying it, and saying it is seeing it. My eyes are closed again, which you may not notice if your eyes are closed, but you will if your eyes are open. You may close your eyes or leave them open. It makes no difference. Because in the absence of language, what's being experienced? There's experiencing, but is there an experienced? Is there an experiencer? What's here? What's here that we can know is here? It's all well and good to say I am, but where's the I and where's the am? Can you find either one of those or both of those? Is there really such a thing as both of those? I am? That's duality. There's amming. There's still a taste of duality in that, but it's very close to the truth. There's amming. There's no objective world. Everything that you experience is subjective. And when we say subjective, we mean what? We mean a thought or thoughts. And we think the thoughts are ours. But if we split the mind, the head in half, the brain in half, we don't find the thought. It's the death of the communicator of thought, the telegrapher of thought that declares itself to be something, but it's just the telegraphing of thought-ing, of experience-ing. Where's the you-ing in this? Where's the me-ing in this? There's this and only this. There's only what is. But is our what is really what is? If it's our what is, it's not what is. Imagination is not yours. It may be within the brain, but you're using the brain. You're not the brain. The brain is not you. The body is not you. That's our time. Enjoy the taste. Bye now.